Oh well, this is about as good as it's gonna be. What's up, Chris Wilson? Can you hear me? Hey, Chris, can you let me know if you can hear me? That'll help tremendously. All right, Luis, thank you. The screen is still messed up, but hey, it's the best it's gonna be today. I don't know what's going on. Gonna get started in just a second. All right, all right. All right, looks like it. Sound effects are good. All right, I think I'm good to go. Having a lot of technical difficulties today. I don't know what's going on. It's really just Instagram. Everything was working up until Instagram, and then when I tried to get Instagram to work, it just wouldn't connect. So, and then it's connecting, but it's showing me the wrong screen. It's not showing the right way it's supposed to look. So I don't know what's going on with that. But if you're first time here, I'm Kofi Ajay. I'm a music producer, songwriter, engineer. I've been doing it for 20 years now, basically. If you count before I took it seriously, even longer. Been in music since fourth grade, all of that. So, actually didn't go to school for music until after I already had a degree, but that's a whole other story. Never saw music as a career path until 2008, and then that's when I started taking it seriously, and I'm here today. So, last week was a bit rough too. Was in North Carolina. Had to be there for a little bit, just a quick visit. I'm originally from there. Was born and raised there, but heritage is Ghana. And then yeah, so I was there this weekend. Signal was pretty bad. So the computer I was running off of just can't handle this kind of stuff. So I'm glad to be back. Glad to get started again. Last week I think I got stopped on Sabroso. It was a skip. But if you're new here, basically the way I do it is I'll review your songs. I do it in five categories based it off of songwriting, production, engineering, performance, and emotional impact. I'll score each part of the song out of 10 with one listen through. So it's gonna be just how it initially got me in each of these categories. And yeah, I was gonna do Luis Martello's song Sabroso last week, but the signal wasn't working well and all of that. So this week I will start with it, but before I get to that, I just want to also mention that my Tribe monthly membership, my monthly creative partnership is still going on. I have about four spots that I could fill. Right now it's $750 per month, and basically you get access to me. We work together on your records. It's production, mixing, mastering, songwriting, recording, whatever you need. I'm in the LA area. There are ways of recording people remotely if you have your own recording setup. So, but if you're in the LA area or can come to the LA area, I worked with a guy from Cleveland who we did all the tracks. Then he came to LA to lay down a couple of vocals and go over some of the mixes. And he's got his EP done, and it's like a 5 song EP that he had mostly done. I put my 2 cents into it, and then it's gonna be done in 3 months or less. So, $1,500 EP, or well, back then it was 500. Now it's 750. So he only paid 1,500. But and the price, I don't know how long I'll stay at 750. Whatever, it just kind of depends. But I feel comfortable at that number for a while. But Don't wait too long. Who knows? Could go up later. Um, but once you're in at that rate, and just like most subscriptions work, that's how it goes. Um, but yeah, so that's available. I have a few more spots. If you want to get into that, just message me, say tribe, and I will give you more details about that. Today, I also wanted to highlight Sean Carney's song that I did with him. He just dropped an album today. It's called California Cowboy. And so we're just going to play that real quick. This is a song I helped produce and help write. I co-wrote it a little bit with Sean, and I co-produced it with an awesome producer named Cairo and some other guys from Sean Carney's songwriting camp that he had last year. And so it's a rock song. It's not, honestly, I've done a lot of stop rock now. At first, I hadn't done too much rock music, but at this point, I've kind of done a good amount. But this is a stop rock song called Can't Be Tamed by Sean Carney off his new album that just dropped today, California Cowboy. It's produced by me, mixed and mastered by me as well. So you just get a taste of some of my music. It's on my playlist, I Am Kofi J, on Spotify, and highlights a lot of the music that I've worked on over the years. All right, Can't Be Tamed by Sean Carney, and then we're going to get right into the music reviews.
For the calm before the storm, gotta get this off my chest, and the only way is war. Won't go before my time. I got greatness on my side. Can't settle for nothing less. Gonna even out the score. I've been down, I've been beaten, I've been bruised, I've been cheated, I've been face down in the mud, but I won't break. I can't be tamed. I break all these chains. I can't be tamed. I don't fit no cage. I can't be tamed.
Nice. All right, that was Luis Martello with Sabroso. It's an original song. That's great. I mean, you kind of knocked it out the park, Luis. I don't really have too much to say. Songwriting, obviously, I can't critique that. There's no lyrics and stuff like that. Even if there was, I would imagine Spanish lyrics, so I probably wouldn't know how to know what it's talking about, but I could have judged the melody. Production-wise, production is fantastic. I think all the elements were there. All the players are fantastic. If it was all recorded live. My only thing is it's a production we've heard before is in terms of like chord style. It's like it checked all the boxes of this Latin style of music, and like that's the only thing. It's just way too safe. Like it's cool. We have to understand that where things like the style of music, but then we also have to take it to the next level. Like, what's the next iteration of this? What's the 2026 version of? I don't know which type of Latin style it is. Is it salsa? Maybe it's salsa. I'm not sure. But I don't want to mess it up. So, what's the next version? What's the next iteration of it? You know, and that's what I would be looking for. But ultimately, it was produced really, really well. I'm gonna give it a 9 just because it checked all the boxes. But that 1%, if I would give you a 10, if it was just more creative, like maybe even yesterday or 2 days ago, I was making a song where we did a 6-bar pre-chorus and a 12-bar bridge instead of 8 and 8 or 8 and 16. Like, we're trying to break the rules intentionally just to see like what does that feel like, and can we get used to that feeling? You know what I mean? Just to move music forward. So that's the only thing for me on the production. Engineering was great. I didn't have any issues with anything. The way the trumpet sat and the mix was perfect. The way all the drums felt was perfect. I'm going to give it a straight 10 out of 10 engineering wise. So whoever recorded you did a great job, and whoever mixed and mastered it did a great job. Performance, you're awesome too, but I'm going to give you a 9 only because I feel like you're better. You're even better. You know what I mean? You're really, really good. Like, performance-wise, trumpet playing, like, it was excellent, superb. I wanted the loud parts to be even louder, because when you play a trumpet like super loud, it has has harmonics that really resonate at the 10, 12K range that really like buzz, and you hear that a lot with when you hear other professionals play, and it's just like they're loud. I can tell it's super loud, and it's like it gives it that feeling to have like a really strong vibrato. I was missing a little bit of that from the really high notes from you, but maybe it was just a take. Maybe you could have just did another take. I don't know if that's necessarily like your level, but like a knock on your level is just maybe you just need to do a few more takes. I don't know. So I don't know your skill level like that, but that's the only thing I wanted to hear from a producer standpoint was you just like really dig in and go off on those really loud high parts. Other than that, those sounded fantastic. Emotional impact, I loved it. I'm gonna give it a solid 9. Like I said, the only thing that would have got it to 10 for me is just a little bit more originality, but it's really good, really, really good work.
All right, here we go.
Wrong thing. Okay, there we go. So for that is a sum of, wait, that's not correct. Gonna do some math, y'all. Sum of 37 out of 40. So almost perfect score for that instrumental, Luis Martello.
All right, here we go.
All right, Sabroso, great job, Luis, great job. All right, so the next one up is going to be DJ Brick Balenciaga. But before we do that, if you want to get your song reviewed, it's $10 to skip, $20 to super skip. Go to nero.fan/KofiAJmusic/live, and I'll check your song out. All right, DJ Brick with Balenciaga. Let's check it out.
Hey DJ Brick, turn it up. Evangelistic spinning fast.
Okay, that was DJ Brick with Balenciaga. I like that in general, but it is very safe. That is my overall feeling of the beat. And also, like, the other thing about the beat is that it kind of just stays at an even playing field the whole time. Like, once you've heard about 45 seconds of the beat, you've heard the whole beat. And that's the only issue I have with this. This is great if you're going to send it to like a rapper to write a song to, but this is definitely not great if it's a final production. It would be too bland. So I'm assuming this is just like an idea you knocked out and you were like, cool, this is dope, this is nice and solid, to send to somebody to see what they come up with. Then I'm totally cool with it. This is like day one, day two of production or whatever, and not a finished product. That's the way I'm hearing it. So songwriting, I'm gonna give it an A because there's no song yet, but I definitely think somebody could write a great song to it. Production, you got skills, definitely. Sound selection is great. The way you put the beat together is great. The way you switched up to having different sections by changing the octave of the sample, like that's standard. And you understand, you know what I mean? So you understand how to put hip hop beats together and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to give you a 7 just because it meets expectations, did not exceed expectations. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff you can do differently to enhance it but a lot of times vocals will help dictate what you do, like in the transition moments, whether it's a vinyl stop, whether it's adding some swooshes, whatever it is. It could be doing a lot of different things in the production. Engineering was very distorted, and I felt like that one extra rhythm snare was super loud. It was super wide, which was cool. I kind of like that, but it was also really loud. So I don't know. It's definitely not mixed well, and it's definitely distorted, not in the best way. So I'm going to give you a 5 on engineering. That's going to hold you back if you don't, like, you have to, not everybody can hear it through distortion and stuff like that. So you have to just pull back on it. If it's not as loud, it's whatever. We can always turn it up. But once it's distorted, it's just not going to sound good if it's distorted too much. Performance, there's no performance. I'm going to put in A. And then emotional impact, I give it a 6. It's better than most, but I've heard beats like it a lot. So I love creative things. I love it when people take risks in music and do a good job taking the risk. So I'm gonna give it a 6 on emotional impact. For a total score of 18 out of 30 for DJ Brick. 18 out of 30. DJ Brick, keep cooking. You definitely have skills. You definitely have an ear for this. Just take more risks and have fun with it. Take more risks. Make the music you want to hear. All right, we got a skip. Preach J Smokey. He's back in here. Preach J Smokey is a regular. I've been enjoying listening to his album. I'm not sure what this is. It's just called Grace. I wonder if it's on this album or not. Preach, are you in the chat? If you are, let us know if it's in the album. Or if you're working on some new music. All right, let's just check it out. If you want to get your song next in the queue, you want to skip like Preach J Smokey, it's $10 or $20 for a super skip. But it's go to Nero.fan/KofiJMusic/live or click that link at the bottom, and that red link at the bottom right there where it says submit music here, and I will review it next. All right, let's check out Grace by Preach J Smokey. Yeah, it's off that album. Okay.
Where's your grace? Don't just take. Say, where's your grace? Don't just take my time. You want wine and a good time. I shared a view top story. Union paid for the stipend. My sounds had them all hype. Yeah, get the panel present asking questions like how these tariffs hurt the middle class. And you wanna have another glass? What? Said, where's your grace?
like that.
Don't just take my time. Oh no, no. Said, where's your grace? Don't just take my time. I thought we'd face this world together. My red flag. I'm cool on my own. Simply grown. Yeah, young at heart. Yeah, young at heart. Yo. Said, where's your grace? Don't just stay. Said, where's your grace?
That's Preach Jay Smokey, y'all, with Grace. This is off the album Chapter 14 by Joshua. Called Joshua, by Preach Jay Smokey. So that this is about the third or fourth song on here I've heard, and it's up there. I think this is tied with probably the first one. I forget which one of these it was. It might have been Red Rum, but great job, Preach Jay Smokey. I liked a lot of that. Your rap rhythms and flows are really interesting. Like they're not typical, which I enjoy. I don't know how much I love it yet. I think it needs a little finessing, and I can't tell you how to do that. That's just gonna come with experience and like what you try out, what people resonate with, what people like. But like everybody said in the chat, the beat is fire. The beat is really fire. It's like as soon as it came on, I was ready to start dancing, and I'm not like a dancer, but it was great. Very catchy beat, very catchy hook. I like the "Where's your grace?" Like that was great. So songwriting, I'm gonna give you a solid 8. Like I think it was written well. I thought the flow was interesting in the rap, but I liked how you kept it sparse. Like you didn't overwrite the song. Like let the beat breathe and let it be a dance record, but you just say some cool stuff. You got a great voice for it, and it works. So I'm not mad at it. Production, like I said, I love the beat, and especially like the anticipated hit when it was go dum 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 3 4 1 2 3 4. Like I loved how it anticipated that next beat on the end of 4. That was great. Is it and a 4 or E a 4? So production, I'm gonna give it a solid 10. I'm gonna give it a 10. It was great. Engineering wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. So it was very solid engineering. I'm gonna say an 8. It's a little above average, but I'm gonna give it an 8. And performance, I didn't have any issues with your performance. Like I said, you got a great voice for this. You got a great rap for this. And like I said, the flow is a little awkward, but I kind of like it, but I don't love it. So it's somewhere in that gray area. So I think you keep working on it, you'll find that sweet spot, and you'll be like, okay, this is the flow. Like everybody has a flow, their go-to flow if they're a rapper. Doesn't mean you stick to it all the time, but almost every rapper has like a go-to flow that they use a lot. So you just got to find that, and you'll be right there. So I'm gonna give you a 8 on performance, and then emotional impact, I'm gonna give it an 8 as well. That's basically how I felt about the song. It was really, really good, but like not the best song in the world, but not bad. I love dancing to it. I think it's a great dance record. Oh, let me give you your total score. Total score 42 out of 50. Very good job. Very high score for Preach Jay Smokey. If you want to get your song in the queue, it's Nero.fan/KofiaJMusic/live. And it's $10 for a skip, $20 for a super skip like Preach did, Jay Smokey did. And yeah, you'll be next in the queue. I think I have like 34 songs in the queue right now. I probably have to rap in about an hour. Yeah, I think at the max I can go is an hour. Maybe even not even that much, like maybe 45 minutes. So I'm not going to get to all of them, but I'll get to a good chunk, at least 10, like 5 to 10 more songs. All right, so SHED Collective. The song is called Armor. New age rap. It's fire. All right, we're gonna see.
There's no way to know anything.
Let me know what y'all think in the chat.
All I know is I know nothing. There's no way to know anything. All I know is I know nothing. There's no way to know anything.
Don't fuck with these niggas, cause niggas is whack. Run circles on niggas, I be running laps. Rock, bitch, to the back. Straight to the back. Straight to the, straight to the, straight to the, yeah, straight to the back. And you know that nigga better not lag. I move you tight, that boy better relax. Straight to the, straight to the back. Straight to the, straight to the, straight to the back. Yeah, yeah. Ain't for the head, so they ain't got no antidote. Move to a left, then low on the ass go home. Fuck all these bitches, I don't need no extra hoe. Make it real nasty, she throw it back on the floor. Keep her from kicking dough. Yeah, keep her from gripping clothes. Popping that pocket flow. Smoking that dosey dough.
Crash out, know these niggas do not like me. Crash out, many niggas moving shy, stay. Bad bitch, and she said she kinda like me. Moving crazy,
Like a Kawasaki. I've been first to pass the time. Get that bitch up off my mind. Cause I know she full of lies. She made me just wanna cry and die. I cannot go inside the feels I feel inside. It takes up all my time. Detach me from the grind.
Resolution.
All right, that was SHED Collective, Shed Collective with Armor. Oh, kind of mixed on that one. I did enjoy the creativity of it, and I enjoyed the delivery. I think your delivery is pretty cool. It's like a rocker rapper delivery. It gave me a lot of Juice World vibes, but Juice World like now, you know, an evolved Juice World. It didn't sound like exactly like something he was doing. It sounded like, oh, we liked what he was doing and we're doing it our way, which is I like that a lot. Songwriting wise, I have no idea what you're talking about in the song, and I think it's mostly you. It could be partially be me because I was listening to a lot of different things, but there was nothing in the song to hook onto. Like I couldn't tell you like one line in the song, honestly. So that's the problem when it comes to songwriting. Like even if it's not going to be pop, even if you want to be underground rap, this and that, like people love it's just natural instincts for human beings. We love something to gravitate to, something that we can look forward to again or to expect when listening to music. Even in instrumental music, they repeat motifs and things like that, melodies all the time, or they put it in different instruments just because it's like, they like hide it in different parts of the song, or they'll do it minor. In classical style music, they did it too. They'll do it minor, they'll do it major, but it's the same type of melody. They'll do it up a fifth, they'll do it down a fifth, and it's just because we want to keep something memorable in the song. So that's what I would advise for this song mostly when it comes to songwriting. Give us something to latch on to. Give us some kind of hooky thing, or at least a moment that we can't forget. And every time it comes up, that's the moment we're gonna all scream at it or whatever. So songwriting, I'm gonna have to give you like about a 4. even though I did like the delivery. So let's go to performance. Delivery wise, I thought it was really interesting. So I'm gonna give it a. It kind of reminded me of Sway Lee a little bit, but because you have like a higher pitched voice, but I think it's pretty cool. It stands out. It's unique. So I'm gonna give it an 8 on performance. And then engineering was where it really helped me back. I'm gonna give you a 5 on engineering. I could kind of make out what was going on, but there's way too much reverb, like way too many effects on your voice. It's taken away from what you're saying and the whole, I'm sure, the point of the song. So production I thought was really cool, very interesting, especially all the intro and the outro were just out left field completely, which is pretty cool. But then the general meat of the song was like your standard hip hop groove, which was cool. Bouncy hip hop groove. So I'm gonna give it about an 8 because I like the creativity. Implementation probably could have been a lot more enhanced with the better engineering. So emotional impact, I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm intrigued. I want to hear more, but I didn't love it and I didn't hate it. So you're kind of in the gray area too, for me personally, how I feel about it. And so that's a total score of 32 out of 50 for Shed Collective Armor. Hey, we got another skip by Preach J Smokey.
Let's go!
All right. This song is called How Bout. If you want to get your song up next, it's nero.fan/KofiJMusic/live and submit your song and I'll review it. It's $10 for a skip, $20 for a super skip. All right, let's listen to Preach J Smokey song How Bout.
Japan. How about these lands you know we can? Yeah, can we talk and just stay friends? Can we stay friends? Said, can we stay friends? Said, can we stay friends? And like baby girl, just friends. Maybe I'll hold your hand. Step up and hands, baby. Just do your dance. Like baby, just chill. Yo, can you feel? Step up and hands, baby. Just go dance. More than a look, that's an audio book. I'm Max the Odyssey, sail through their dreams. This soul, the treasure, through the planet in need. So what you gon' be when you realize and see? When you realize and see. When you realize and see. Yo, how about Morocco, I'm feeling Japan. How about these lands and you know we can make build a chapter, but I ain't a crook. Pat on my neck, but I'm more than a look. Told you these sights ain't no hype up, just dance. A baby girl, just hold my hand. Just spread sights when you look at the world. Baby, look, hieroglyphs in the canyon. Yo, how about Morocco, I'm feeling Japan. How about these lands, you know we can. Yeah, can we talk and just stay friends? Can we stay friends? Said, can we stay friends? Said, can we stay friends? And like baby girl, just chill. Yo, can you feel? Step up and hands, baby. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my. Just get up and dance. Get up and. All
All right, Preach J Smokey with How Bout. I like it. that was pretty cool. I like the Latin flavor of it. It had a nice little bounce to it. The beat again was fire. I don't know where you're getting all these beats, Preach, but they're great. Good job. Keep getting these beats done well. What else about this one? So the songwriting, I liked it. I like the bouncy rhythm. I like how I could understand what you were talking about. Especially like the "Can We Be Friends" part was particularly catchy. Oh no, did I freeze again? Maybe. I'm gonna keep on talking. I think it's anyway. It's probably good on YouTube. Instagram's been tripping. All right, so the songwriting, I'm gonna give you a 7 for songwriting. Yeah, 7's pretty good. And then production was great again, man. I'm gonna give it a 10. I like the instrumental choices. It was really cool choices as well. Engineering again is holding you back a little bit. It's not bad, but it's just I don't know if the way it's recorded maybe is the issue, but there's like no body to the vocal. You need way more body. It's just all air and sizzle. Sometimes like some of the mics do that and they just only capture the sizzle instead of the whole body of it. So it could be that. And then so I'm gonna give the engineering a 7. It's passable, but it's like if you want to compete with the best, if you want to be played like in playlists with all the biggest artists and not feel insecure about the way your song sounds, you got to get it up. Performance, I thought your performance was good as well. I think, like I said, you just have a great voice for this. I wish the engineer would capture the bottom, like the more meaty part of your voice. And then emotional impact is definitely something I would dance to. Definitely something I probably would listen to again. So I'm gonna give it an 8. Emotional impact. And that's a total score for Preach J Smokey of 40 out of 50. All right. Yep, definitely frozen on Instagram. Yeah. Let me see if there's anybody on YouTube right now. If not, I'll just start it again. Let me see if I can reconnect to Instagram. All right, while I reconnect, I'm going to go ahead and play a song. Let's go ahead and review. The next song is Gone Wallace, Alexandria II.
All right, here we go.
Don't act like you know what it is.
Don't say nothing, but she got the A1, and I cop the A1s and put them on. I put them on day one. His powers like Kano, his eyes like laser. She's 1/4 Say Young, and Boomer like Mae Young. His handle like Ayo.
Hello, Shorty. Don't act like you know what it
The
is.
split fire like Ray Gun. It's heavy, don't wait up. The split fit weight ton. If she was Jamaican, got 3 jobs, wait ton. And she can't waste time. Ain't going turn ace on and tore down baseline with AJ8s on with playoff midsoles. I flex on FaceTime, don't say nothing. My jacket was 8 ball. Told me I ate though. That's crazy, cause you was on my mind when I probably shouldn't say nothing.
This one I want to know.
Don't act like you know who it is. Hello, Shorty. It's me calling.
right, that was Gone Wallace with Alexandria II. I liked a lot of that, but it definitely sounds like a demo to me. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why, but it didn't sound like a polished record, even though it's supposed to. I think it's supposed to have that Tyler the Creator, like super creative vibe, where it's like, I just don't care. I don't care about your rules. I don't care about your formulas. I'm just gonna say what's on my heart. Just be creative. It had that energy in it, which I do like. Let me go ahead and join back onto Instagram. Okay, I'm back live on Instagram. Don't know what's going on over there. But like I was saying with this song, I love the beat. I think the beat was really smooth. I'm glad, like, the beat was really, like, yeah, it's just really smooth. Honestly, I enjoyed it. And let's go ahead and score the songwriting. So songwriting, I'm gonna give it about a 7. I could hear him clearly. He was articulating well. I'm not exactly sure what the song is about, but it sounded cool. So I'm with that. Production wise, like I said, I really like the beat. It was smooth. I'm going to give it an 8 on production. Engineering, that's where it was is really lacking to me. I know we were going for that type of sound, which is cool, but it's just a little too demo-y sounding for me. So like, it's hard to take you seriously. Even the ones that do it intentionally to be like no reverb, super dry, no tuning, no fixing of vocals or rhythms and things like that. It has a nice organic feel to it, but I think it's a little overdone. Like, I think we could have still presented it in a tighter package. So I'm gonna give the engineering a 6. I give it a 7. It was a cool choice. And then performance, I think your performance is pretty good. Not mad at the performance at all. I'm gonna give you an 8. I wouldn't really change much of that. The singer either. I thought the singer sounded pretty cool. And emotional impact, it's definitely something I would consider listening to again for sure. It gave me Outkast vibes. Outkast meets Tyler the Creator, which is good. But sometimes it can get a little weird really fast. So just make sure that, like, it really doesn't matter. You can cater to your audience. Not everybody's trying to be a Billboard Hot 100 artist or whatever. But you just got to find your people who resonate with that. But only thing is just, I would give them the same advice that I gave the other person, and just have a moment or a couple moments where people can really dive in and know what to expect without having to study your song. Like, they hear it a couple times and they know that part's coming. They know that part and they like that part, you know? Give them something to hold on to songwriting wise. So that would be my advice. But other than that, it's a pretty good song. Good job. Gone Wallace, Alexandria II. Okay. I think I'm back up on Instagram. The connection is tripping today. I don't even think it's me. It's probably all of Instagram, because YouTube is working fine. I don't know what's going on with Instagram. But if you want to get your song in the queue, it's Nero.fan/KofiAJmusic/live, and I will review your song up in the queue. But if you want to be next, then you pay for a skip $10 or a super skip $20. Okay, so Ona. I've reviewed a few songs from Ona already. This one's called Midnight Walk. So I'm excited to check this one out.
of earth. There is time and season. It's like music for the stars. If you only listen, as we embark on a journey, just know it's predestined. All the answers that you see are buried deep within. Yeah, on the midnight walk, oh, on the midnight walk. My papa told me, be careful who you trust. On the midnight walk, one blessed midnight walk. Papa told me, people don't keep their words. Aye, 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 a camera. Aye, 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 aye. Don't let them pull you down. Aye, aye. To understand the essence of life, you must teach the skills of balance. Sailing through all of the tides, writing your stories of bias. Close your eyes and open your mind. The universe is speaking in the stillness of the night. All your thoughts will come alive. On the midnight walk, oh, on the midnight walk. My papa told me, be careful who you trust. On the midnight walk, one blessed midnight walk. Papa told me, people don't keep their words. Aye, 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 a camera. Aye, 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 aye. Don't let them pull you down. Aye, aye, yeah, oh, yeah. Celebra, oh, yeah. Parler canissé, panier, parler, panier, parler, oh, yo, parler, parler.
Right, that was Ona with Midnight Walk. So I enjoyed that, actually. I wasn't going to listen to the whole thing. I was like, oh, okay, I know where this is going. But then as soon as I thought about like switching it or fast forwarding it, something happened. I was like, oh, what's that? So I like music that does that. And so when you do that throughout a 5-minute and 36-second song, like, it doesn't feel like 5 minutes and 30 seconds because you're switching it up right when the listener starts to get bored. So it's good. So songwriting wise, I liked a lot of it. I really wouldn't change anything songwriting wise. I liked how you were saying, like, my father told me this and that, and some about the midnight walk, and be careful who you trust. There was a lot of good advice in there, but it was presented in a way that was unique and cool, honestly. I thought it was pretty dope. So I'm gonna give songwriting an 8. I'm not sure if it was like next level, but it was really good. Production wise, I'm gonna give you a 10 because there's nothing I wanted to change production wise. I like the instruments that were chosen. I like the instrumentalists themselves were awesome. The performers. So even performance, I'm gonna give an 8. I'll ding you 2 points, and I'm gonna tell you why. So those verses, I feel like the first and the second verse weren't the best, because especially when you got to the hook, I was like, oh, Ona can go. Like, you got, I don't know. I feel like a lot of artists underestimate how many takes sometimes it takes, or how much work it takes to go into a verse. People just want to sing their belty like ad libs and stuff like that to show off. A lot of times artists, not saying you, Ona, but just artists in general. And so to me, you just have to do what's the best interest of the song. So we don't care. I care about the performance, but that's not why I'm here. Like, only musicians go into songs listening for how talented someone is. Like, people go into songs to try to feel a certain way. They don't really care about the talent. The talent might be so great that they're like, oh wow, this person's really talented. But that's not why they're there, is to see the super talented, to feel something. Or they feel something because of your talent. That's why they're there. So I got off on that tangent basically because there's parts of that song, the verses, I feel like if you did it like a few more times, did a comp, got the best of the best lines, this song would be flawless as far as performance. I wouldn't have any issues with it. So it's just those 2 verses were not as good as the choruses when it comes to delivery. Engineering, I'm gonna give it a 6 because there's a lot of parts in the song that I felt like I wanted it to sound differently. Especially that sax solo. The sax didn't even really sound like a sax to me. Like, it sounded just like a woodwind instrument, but unidentifiable woodwind instrument. And I'm pretty sure it was a saxophone. So, like, it's probably the way it was recorded, but it could be mixing and mastering, but I think it's the way it's recorded. It didn't sound like it was recorded on the best equipment. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think if it was recorded better, I'd be able to make it out that it was a sax. And I feel like the sax solo could have been a little stronger too, honestly. Like, it was okay, but I thought it was a little bit dull, or a little boring, or a little slow, or maybe even too long. But if it could have a long sax solo, if it's dope, nobody cares. But if it's like, this isn't that great, then it feels long. So that's my only issue with that. And then emotional impact, I'm gonna give it about a 7. They gave me the high life, but in a new school type of gospel way, which I like. But it didn't blow my socks off. But I mean, you're a really talented person, obviously. Like, the musicians that you work with, or if this is all you playing all the instruments, even crazier. But you're really talented. Song's really good. I just felt like implementation of the song could have been a little stronger. So that's an overall score of 39 out of 50 for Ona.
All right, here we go.
And if you're just now joining me, you want to get your song in the queue, you go to nero.fan/KofiandJMusic/live, or you can click the link at the bottom over there, that red link, and get your song in the queue. If you want to be next, it's $10 for a skip, $20 for a super skip. There's 33 people in the queue right now, or 33 songs. All right, and I have about 15 minutes left. So the next one up is Wisdom Smarto, and the song is called Kelly. Let's read the description. It says, as an emerging artist and independent one at that, these is one of those few opportunities that comes around once in a while, and I'm grateful one of those artists to be reviewed this afternoon. This means a lot to me, and once again, thank you, my philanthropist. I'm not a philanthropist, but thank you for sharing your light bulb with me. God bless you more. Kelly is that song, man. Feel the reverberation on the record. Okay. By Wisdom Smarto, the song is called Kelly.
Aya got the magic.
If you look
shot and take pictures. I go use them as caption. Shake it, want to go, I go take you go, take you go. Oyibo. You want to go, I go take you go, take you go. Oyibo. Can you remember that you single girl, cause you blow my mind, oh. Can you remember that you single girl, cause you blow my mind, oh. But that's in the town, if I take you down, then go know my mind, oh. Oh, babe. But that's in the town, if I take you down, then go know my mind, oh. Can you remember that you single girl, cause you blow my mind, oh. Can you remember that you single girl, cause you blow my mind, oh. But that's in the town, if I take you down, then go know my mind, oh. Oh, babe. But that's in the town, if I take you down, then go know my mind, oh. You fit to break my heart if you don't say yes, silent death, oh. You fit to break my heart if you don't say yes, silent death. I know them as you want you, but are you really sure them I no love Selena? Sometimes the things we love don't want us. Life is fuck, oh, I swear. Can you remember that you single girl, cause you blow my mind, oh. Can you remember that you single girl, cause you blow my mind, oh. But that's in the town, if I take you down, then go know my mind, oh. Oh, babe. But that's in the town, if I take you down, then go know my mind, oh. I'm the new big Uzi in town, oh. Somebody call me Big Smart, oh. Big time, but you I lie, oh. Show killer is my time, I'm the new big Uzi. Adaya no Jack, call me Big Smart, oh. Big time, but you I lie, oh. Show killer is my time, oh. Can you remember that you single girl, cause you blow my mind, oh. Can you remember that you single girl, cause you blow my mind, oh.
All right, that was Wisdom Smarto with Kelly. So I liked it. I liked the melody. I liked the vibe of it. It was very, very smooth Afrobeat type of joint. And that's right up my alley. It's kind of like that WizKid vibe, but that's my only issue is that good ideas, good vibe. Definitely have a taste and a talent for this. I'm not sure if execution is through the roof though. Production wise was really solid. So I'm actually judge that first. I'm gonna give you a 9 on production. It was very safe, but I'll give you an 8. It's very safe, but it was done really well. Like I like the instrument choices, the saxophone, the rim, the soft kick, all of that was very tasteful. I like that on the production. Songwriting, I don't really know what you were talking about, but melodies were catchy for sure. So I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna give you a 7. It's like someone who has good ideas, good tastes when it comes to writing a song or making a song. So I'm gonna give you a 7 on that out of 10. Engineering, I don't think the vocal was recorded very well. So I think that's what's holding the engineering back. There's only the limits. There's only limits you can go with if things aren't recorded well. It all starts from the recording, honestly. So if it's not recorded that well, then you mix and master it. You can fix it sort of, but not to the degree of someone who recorded well. And so to me, it really shows up after the mastering stage. In the mixing stage, or like with just drive and no effects, you can kind of tell if something is recorded better than something else, but not always. But once it gets to the master, that's when the clarity of the vocal is so key. And the better you recorded it, the more it's gonna show its head at the end of the master. So this is one of those situations where I feel like it wasn't recorded that well, and they tried to save it, but there's only so much you can do. So I'm going to give the engineering a 6. It's not the best. Performance-wise also, I feel like I would have liked this song better with a stronger performer. Not now, you do have a voice, you have rhythm, you can hold a note, but there's levels to performance, artist performance. I think you're gonna have to work extra hard on the performance part when you're recording songs. That's what I do too. Like for me, I'm not the best performer on singing songs and stuff like that, so I have to do it over and over and over, and I have to practice and practice. I have to write it in a certain way. There's a lot of things I have to do, edit really well to get it to the performance to be good enough for me to like release and be like, yeah, this is solid. Like nobody's gonna care about nobody's gonna be like, this is good if somebody else sang it. They're just gonna be like, this is good, and then not think about other people performing it. And so that takes a while. That takes a lot of recording. It takes a lot of practice, but it also takes a lot of harsh critique on yourself, or harsh practice on yourself, not critique. You need to just keep on practicing until you get better at delivery in the studio. And delivery in the studio and delivery on stage, totally different muscles. So a great artist has to learn both. And a lot of it comes with just experience and reps, honestly. So performance, I'm going to give you a 6 on performance as well. There's a lot of room to grow there. Emotional impact, I'm going to give it a 7. I liked it. This is definitely up my alley of type of music I like, but implementation was a little boring for me. So that's a total score of 34 out of a 50 for Wisdom Smarto. The song is called Kelly. Thank you for submitting. Keep making records and just try to beat the last record. Make every new record the best record you ever made, in your head at least. Sanaya Sir is up next with Neon City of Dreams. Let's get into it.
Silver light on my skin tonight, जलती है छोटी सी flame inside. City light calling my name, neon lights on empty lanes, neon city.
Hey, Dione, what's going on?
दिल से कहूँ I want to live, रात मेरी है, I will stay away, सपने मेरी है, he beacons in every thought, stay away through, secret rose footsteps hiding silent calls. Neon city of dreams, shining so very bright, very bright. Neon city of dreams, neon city of dreams, it's a neon dream.
All right. Hold on. Okay, that's the one I really wanted. I wanted Wow. So, that's the best way I could describe that is Wow. So on one hand, I like the fact that Sanaya has the guts to just, whatever I got to record with, I'm going to record with. I'm going to put records out regardless, just whatever. The freedom to just do that and not worry about what people think. And if you have the opportunity to do it, just do it. I like that aspect of it. But the other aspect of it, I'm like, I can't really take you seriously when the recording is like that. When I can hear the cuts, it's even if it's a cappella, like you can hear the cuts, you can just hear that the person didn't take that much. If you don't take the time to craft your art a certain way, it's like molding a sculpture or something like that. It's like the the sculpture is amazing and things like that, or the like if you're making pottery, if you're making a bowl or whatever, it's the person who's really took their time and really has the skills to make it really nice is the person everybody's like, wow, yeah, that's amazing. Like, how did you do that? It's like, even if you have super talent, if you're not taking the time to make the record sound that way, then it's like, it sounds like you don't value your art. And nobody, that's the problem. We don't want to be like, that's what engineering does for you. It makes people believe that you value your art. So off the gate, and then they can finally, then they'll start to compare you to their favorites, and then they'll give you a chance to be one of their favorites. But so for me, it's just, I can't really, I have to grade everybody on the same scale. So I can't say, hey, oh, you only had this equipment, so I'll be nicer and this and that. So I'm just going to grade you on the highest scale. Songwriting, I'm going to give it a 1 because it wasn't very memorable at all. Melodically, it was kind of all over the place. You did stay in the same key, which I'm happy about, which is hard to do a cappella sometimes. And production, there was no production, so I'm going to give it an NA. Engineering was not good. I'm going to give you a 1 on that as well. Performance was okay. I can tell you can sing, but this isn't really a song. It's just somebody just singing ideas out, which is, it has its place, but it wasn't amazing either. It was okay. So I'm going to give it a 4. And then emotional impact, it didn't do anything for me. I'm going to give that a 1 too. So Sanaya Sir would be a total score of a 7 out of 40. So Sanaya Sir, 7 out of 40. Oh, Appreciate Smokey already did that. Okay, sorry. But if you want to get your song in the queue, it's Nero.fan/KofiJMusic/live. I'm probably going to do one more unless I get a skip, and then I'll do the skip. So if you want your song heard right now, just $10 for a skip, $20 for a super skip, and I'll get it knocked out. But before I do that, since I don't have a skip right now, I'm just going to listen to Caleb G-Bam Light, and the song is called Reason Why I Live. Like a gospel song.
I am not a victim of spiritual attack. I am a vessel of divine fire. I revoke every spiritual contract not written by God. I shut the door to torment, and I walk in my birthright of peace, power, and protection. Have you ever sit back and wonder why I'm here? Have you ever sit back and wonder why you're here? What's the purpose behind the breath in my lungs? What's the purpose behind the breath in your lungs? It's not about the fame, not about the goal. It's about the one who will save your own soul. That's Jesus. It's the reason why I live. The reason why you live. It's the reason why I live. The reason why I live. I was walking through the valley shadows, fall and rain, searching for the light, but the week was looking dim. I tried to feel the world with the things of the earth, but nothing could measure what the soul is really worth. Then a whisper came, a voice coming to say, I found you in the womb and I already knew you. My identity is shattered and scattered on the floor until he knocked and I finally opened up the door. Here I'm walking up to mercy with the rising of the dawn. man is dead and gone. You are the heartbeat in my chest, the reading in my stride, the only source of peace when I got nowhere to.
All right, that was Caleb GBAM Light, GBAM Light with Reason Why I Live. So, wasn't really feeling that one that much. Overall, I just felt like it was a little slow, it was boring. I know it's a gospel song, so it's kind of hard to like critique it that way, but hey, I'm grading the song as if it's just any other song. So songwriting, I thought the lyrics were very plain Jane, very like predictable melodies as well. So it's like, to me, this is songwriter 101, or I just made my first song. What do you think? I just tried to make a song for the first time, kind of vibes. That's what I'm getting. So it's like, I'm trying to grade professionals here mostly. So I want people to get like really good professional advice to what the level that we try to aspire to, or the level that we're used to listening to out there in the world amongst the best creators who make music. So songwriting, I'm gonna have to give you a 1. It's that basic level. It's the one, songwriting 101. Production as well, honestly, it's like I learned some chords. Honestly, let me give you the production a little bit more, because the layers, the ideas, like the sound selection was good as far as, oh, we should add strings, we should add piano, we should add bass, we should do these different things. That's fine, but it's just very regular. So I'm gonna give you a 4 on production. Engineering was terrible. Everything was sitting on top of each other. The vocals were, it's not blended. It wasn't recorded well. There's a whole lot of things wrong with the engineering. Like if somebody was to show me this and they're like, hey, can you help me make this song better? I'd be like, throw the whole song away and let's start over. That's what I would say. Like, is that bad as far as like engineering goes? Like, you'd have to start completely over, even if it was the same song, same chord, same melodies and all that stuff. Like, from a record standpoint, I would start completely over. I would start with the drums, piano, play everything again. I wouldn't use anything from that recording. Performance wise, there's room for you to be able to be a better singer and better recorder of vocals. It's not like it's completely impossible, but right now where you're at today with this record, this performance, I'm gonna have to give it a 2 out of 10. And then emotional impact for me is a 1 out of 10. I didn't really like it that much. If I'm trying to grade it on the highest level, if I'm trying to grade it, if it's like somebody who's like, I made my first ever song, it wouldn't be that bad. I'd be like, oh, okay, emotional impact maybe like 3 or 4. But I have to grade it amongst the people who I've got 150 out of 50 one time. And so compared to them, this is a 1, so 9 out of 50 score for Caleb GBAM Light, Reason Why I Live.
All right, here we go.
All right, there's no skip, so I'm gonna call it a day for today as far as music reviews. Hopefully Instagram gets their stuff together and we can get this back to where we had it last week or a couple weeks ago, when things were working smoothly. But before I get out of here, I like to get out on a song that I have worked on, or one of my songs. Yeah, today, yeah, I'll just do a song I've worked on. So, before I do that, I just wanted to do final announcements. So again, my tribe is open, my tribe of musicians. So what I do is I have a small group of musicians I work with on a monthly basis. And right now the rate is $750 per month. Basically, you get me as a producer, engineer, consultant, all that stuff in your back pocket for $750 a month. To me, it's great value for people who are trying to release consistently, who really want this. If it's just a hobby for you, probably not the greatest to join. But if it's something that you want to see as like a career, you want to make that level of music, you want to make the highest quality music you can make without going broke, this is perfect for you. A lot of artists need to release every 6 weeks to build a following, to build an audience. You need a catalog of music, which is really hard to do at a high level without that kind of situation. So that's what I offer. I offer to work with. I cap it at 15 people because that's my capacity. I feel like anything more than that is a little too difficult, and it ends up hurting everybody else in the tribe. And right now, they're my small cohort of artists. We work together 1 to 2 sessions per week at a steady pace, and with that kind of pacing, you can get a song released probably every 6 weeks if you're consistent with it and you're consistently writing, consistently creating. I do this every single day, pretty much, like producing, mixing, mastering, listening to music, creating music. So, yeah, I've been doing that every single day for almost 20 years. So it's something that's like second nature to me. So I worked in all styles, rock, hip hop, R&B. I'm doing so many different projects with people right now. It's been really, really fun. So can't wait till the first Tribe artist drops their record that we've done together. But I finished a good amount of them now, so they should be coming out in the next few months. And I can't wait to show y'all what we've been working on. But this is actually an artist who was Tribe adjacent when I first started the Tribe. Actually, I started some things before I started the Tribe, and he was one of the people that was in it. His name is Isaiah Lucas. We did this song called Late Night Punching Bag, and it dropped 2 weeks ago. And he came with the idea, he came with a foundation, and I just helped him elevate it to another level. We recorded it, and I mixed and mastered it and co-produced it. So this song is called Late Night Punching Bag by Isaiah Lucas. Here we go.
2 years quiet, no sound, no sign. Then my phone lights up like we still share time. Your voice slurred, story spilling fast. Like I'm responsible for your past. You said I just needed to let it out. Like I'm some couch you crash on now. You just call me like I'm not busy. Don't even ask if I'm good already. You don't rip a sky when someone's healing. You don't break a heart just to chase a feeling. I'm not cold, I just learned how to choose what I let in and who I lose. Don't call me out the blue like that. Don't get advantage of my back. If you wanna talk, then act grown. Set a time, set a date, use your phone. I don't mind the conversation, but respect is an invitation. I'm not your late night punching bag. Don't call me out the blue like that. I was at the house, minding my peace. Salad on the table, finally at ease. Bubble bath morning, warm and slow. Getting ready for work, laying low. Maybe I was glowing, maybe feeling myself. Maybe that energy rang your bell. But whatever put you into my space doesn't give you access to my day. You sound drunk, you sound lost. And I hate that you think I'm the cost of all the things you never face. I can care without being misplaced. Don't call me out the blue like that. Don't get advantage of my back. If you wanna talk, then act grown. Set a time, set a date, use your phone. I don't mind the conversation, but respect is an invitation. I'm not your late night punching bag. Don't call me out the blue like that. No, I don't want your drunk call, no. I don't wanna hear it's my fault, yes. You can go straight to voicemail, no. I ain't your hoe. If you wanna meet me honest, sober words, real context. I can listen, I can stay, but not in chaos, not today. Don't call me out the blue like that. Don't get advantage of my back. If you wanna talk, then act grown. Set a time, set a date, use your phone. I don't mind the conversation, but respect is an invitation. I'm not your late night punching bag. Don't call me out the blue like that. talk, I'm not opposed. Just knock first, don't barge through my soul.
Again, that is Isaiah Lucas with Late Night Punching Bag. I produced, recorded, mixed, and mastered that song. So yeah, that was we had a lot of fun making that, and it just dropped a couple weeks ago. Go check it out on all the streaming services. But this is my playlist. I am Kofi J on Spotify. It's a lot of songs I've produced, mixed, and mastered on there. And yeah, just check them out and give me a holler if you like any of them. But that is it for today. I will catch you all next week. If you want to get your song in the queue for next week, you can click that link at the bottom or go to nero.fan/KofiAJmusic/live, and I will check it out next week. $20 for a skip, $10 for a skip, $20 for a super skip, and you'll be front of the line next week. All right, I'll see you next Friday, 1 p.m. PST. Peace.